Welcome to Brunswick Biz on ATMC TV Channel 3. I'm your host, Kat Newton. This month we get to visit with Inlet View, the Dinner Belle, Mama's at the Bridge Grille, and OIB Surf Java. Stay tuned for the next 30 minutes as we connect Brunswick County one business at a time. We're here with Melissa Mosca, head chef here at Inlet View, and we wanted to come out here because I've been here many of times, and the view is just spectacular. We've got Holden and Ocean Isle Beach in the background, and you guys are on the river and going into the intercoastal. Can you tell us a little bit about the scene you have here?
Well, I must say we do have a beautiful scene here at Inlet View. We are definitely known for our view at the View. We have definitely been told being here with us at Inlet View is an extraordinary experience, so they say. Over here we have Holden, and further down Ocean Isle we have the Charlotte River that also dumps into the intercoastal waterway.
Okay.
People arrive by boats, wave runners. We have boat taxis around.
Oh, wow.
So they arrive, you know, if it's not in a boat, they come in a car.
So people can get here any which way, whether it's boat, cars, anything like that. And now there are docks outside. Are there any rules? Can people just come and whatever spot's open?
If there's a spot, park it.
Okay. And they can come and just leave it out there?
They can leave it out there. They can come eat. They can relax for a little bit, kick their feet up. We have nice Adirondack chairs. You know, on the third floor we have Adirondack chairs, and also on the back deck we also have Adirondack chairs. So people feel a little more relaxing just by sitting in those Adirondack chairs, looking at the view,
right,
watching all the boats come in. Everybody's racing in to get a spot.
Right. So people not only come here for the food, but just to relax and enjoy this view.
The view.
Amazing. Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about the food in general? I know you guys do have a lot of seafood. Can you tell us a little bit about that and some of your specials?
Yes. Majority of our seafood is fresh and local. 100% is wild caught. 90% is from the East Coast. During oyster season, we do the whole oyster roast, the half roast. We do have a shrimp boat. Timmy Milliken and Lloyd Milliken, they have a shrimp boat. So all the shrimp comes strictly off their boat. We have rock shrimp, which is not heard around here. That's actually caught off Florida waters and stuff.
Okay.
And actually right now we're just now getting some fresh rock shrimp in and stuff. So majority of our seafood is fresh. We are definitely known for our hush puppies. That is a signature dish that we have here. Hush puppies, and also we've been told our sea skins. Not a lot of people in North Carolina actually do the sea skins.
Right.
The sea skins consist of the shrimp, calico scallops, and crab meat. That's all sauteed up, all put in a potato skin with some shredded cheddar cheese and some green onions. It's very tasteful, they say. And our bacon wrapped scallops. Our scallops come in fresh every Thursday. They're a very large scallop.
Yum.
And very good, they say.
Oh, that sounds so good. It's making my mouth water just thinking about it. And I was just here last night eating. But you also do breakfast, too.
We do breakfast on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays, breakfast starts at 8 o'clock. We go to 11 o'clock on that. On Sundays, breakfast starts at 8, and we go to 11:30. For breakfast, we do have fried French toast, which not a lot of people, I don't believe, ever do that. That's the first time I've heard of it. When I first came to Inlet View, was fried French toast.
I'm definitely going to have to try that French toast. That sounds amazing. And I also heard that you guys have a killer, is it she crab soup?
She crab soup. We do she crab soup on Fridays and Saturdays starting at 5 o'clock. I can't seem to keep it in the building. Once I start with it, it goes extremely fast.
Wow.
It is a very good soup. It's very rich. A lot of people want to add some sherry to it afterwards, but when they taste the amount of sherry that is in it, they're like, I think we're good.
Well, that all sounds delicious. And you guys also have a bar up on the third floor, which is nice because I feel like you guys just have all different sections and all different types of atmospheres for people, families to just someone wanting to have a drink. Can you tell us a little bit about the bar?
The bar, it's a rather big bar. We have a deck that's going off the bar. We have several flat screen TVs throughout the bar, normally on Saturdays and Sundays. You come in, you want to watch football, basketball, feel free to turn the channel on. Throughout the nighttime, we do have live music. Saturday nights we do live music, sometimes on Friday nights. And depending on weather, we might have somebody outside on the top deck throughout Sunday afternoons, right around to about 8 o'clock of the evening.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And this is just perfect, for residents who want to come and enjoy the place that we live, and also tourists. Obviously, this is somewhere they came here to get something like this. So this is a perfect restaurant for that. Can you tell us where you're located and what your hours are?
We are located at 1800 Village Point Road, Shiloh Point, North Carolina, 28470. Our hours in season right now, we're open 7 days a week. We go from 11 o'clock Monday through Friday till probably about 10 o'clock, 10:30, just depending on business. And Saturdays and Sundays we open up at 8, and once again till about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Just whenever it starts slowing down, we don't really have a shutdown time during the season,
So it changes throughout the days.
It changes, throughout the months and stuff. Whenever if somebody walks through the store at 10 o'clock, 10:30, Samantha and Timmy, they're going to feed them. They're going to make sure that when they leave out of Inlet View, they're leaving out with a full belly.
Okay, well that's excellent. I feel like you guys have a great restaurant, great staff it sounds like, and just all around atmosphere and view is just more than people can imagine. They've really got to come out here and experience themselves. So thank you for being on our show, and thank you for your interview.
Thank you.
I'm here with Amy Gray, owner of the Dinner Belle, which is a great business for Brunswick County, very unique and different. You go out to people's homes and you cook their dinners, but can you explain a little bit about the business, kind of really how'd you come up with this idea and what do you do every day?
The idea actually came from my first client that ran an ad in the paper. She wanted someone to cook healthy meals for her family. She's very busy. And I answered the ad and got the job, and I started cooking on a daily basis. And I loved it because that's what I do, I cook. And I thought, this would be a really good business, which I didn't know at the time a personal chef is a legitimate business.
Right.
So I went online and I took the Culinary Institute program and I got my degree in personal chefing. So what I do all day, if I'm not like today doing a session, I'm watching cooking shows, reading cookbooks, thinking about menus. That's just, everything is food with me.
Right.
Food.
What a great job to have. That's awesome. I love that. Now, what type of food do you do? Do you range from anything that your clients like, or do you have a selection that people choose from?
In the original interview, I sit down and we spend about 30, 45 minutes, and I have a whole list of their likes, their dislikes, any dietary restrictions, any diets they want to be on. Do they want to lose some weight? Or do they want to lower their cholesterol? Do they want to gain some weight? Some people do. And we go through the whole list, and that gives me a basis. And then every weekend, we decide what their cook day is. That's the day I go in with the groceries and the food and cook for whatever days we're doing.
Right.
But I give them a list with several options in each category. Fish, poultry, and then they pick from the list what 5 items or 3 or 4 or however many they've decided. So it's all very custom.
Okay.
It's customized to the client.
Okay. Now, do you do the grocery shopping, or do they have to get all that stuff together?
I do the grocery shopping. Now, I usually, when I go in, I do the pantry inventory, so I know what spices they have. Like, if they don't, I bring all my stuff with me, but I go through the pantry and see what they have and what they don't have. So it's, I'm not having to buy things repeatedly.
Right,
If you want spaghetti twice a week, I don't have to buy spaghetti twice a week. So we go through that, and I go through their freezer and their refrigerator, and then whatever they don't have or what is specific to that meal, I pick up.
Okay.
And I pick up, do you need bread? Do you need toilet paper? Whatever.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a perfect thing to have, because people are just so busy working, or people coming on vacation and just don't have the time. They'd rather
relax.
Relax. That's the whole thing, vacation. And when you have to cook every meal, it takes away from that vacation.
And usually, I know from being on vacation, it was always me.
Doing
You
the
know,
cooking.
so my vacations weren't always, you know, if we were somewhere where we rented a house, I
Right.
would be doing the cooking and still doing the cleaning up. And it was like, geez, back then I didn't know about a personal chef.
Right.
But if I had, I mean, I
Yes.
hired one.
Now this is great. So what do you have going on today? Just some of the examples that you
Well,
have
this
in this
week
session.
the client wanted 3 meals. I made homemade spaghetti and homemade meatballs are going to go in there. I'm making jambalaya with grilled shrimp and smoked sausage.
Oh my goodness.
Panko encrusted chicken tenders with local corn on the cob. And that's
great.
a caprese salad, which usually on the first cook day I'll do the freshest salads because that's what they'll eat today. That's going to go with the spaghetti. And then like this salad can be packed for tomorrow's day because they can
Right.
pick and choose what day they want to serve the particular
Okay.
dish. Then the beginning of the week is the most freshest dishes, like
Right.
the fresh tuna or whatever.
Okay. So you go into the kitchen and you bring the food to them and you cook there, and then if you have to freeze it, you freeze it, or you know, if it's
Right.
the next day fresh.
Some of the clients that have the 5 days, you will freeze a couple of them.
Right.
The first couple days it'll be the stuff that's in the refrigerator, and then a couple of days will be in the freezer. And you can switch it around too. I mean, if you want something else, I don't want this one now, I want this one in the freezer. So you can move them around. That way you can decide. It's not set every day. You have to have this jambalaya today.
Right.
And you have to have the chicken tomorrow. It's how you want it.
Okay.
But if it's frozen, I always recommend, you know, take it out the night before and let it
Right.
thaw out in the refrigerator, and then you just finish baking it or whatever. I put instructions on stuff,
Okay.
so they know.
Now, what about, say, holidays, Christmas or Thanksgiving? Is that something you can do, or I know you have your own family to take care of too?
Yes, I did Thanksgiving last year for one of my good friends, and she actually has a condo on the beach. So I did her whole Thanksgiving meal, and I delivered it in the morning.
Okay.
So I still had mine.
Right.
But everything was ready, all she had to do reheat. So she loved it. Her son said it was the
Good.
best Thanksgiving he'd ever
Aw.
had, but you know, I think it was just being nice.
Yeah. Now, do you cater as well? Just like not really specific dinners, just a dinner party maybe?
Yes, small
Okay.
small dinner parties. I like
Right.
to try to keep it under 12.
Now, with your degree and having a lot of experience in a restaurant, I'm sure there's not much that you can't do. So are you pretty open to any types of food?
I love Mexican. I love Thai food, Chinese. Yeah, I'm very versatile.
Okay.
I'm kind of strong on Italian because my restaurant is Italian.
Right.
But I like the jambalaya, and that would be Cajun, and of course this is Italian. The chicken tender's probably just a classic, good old American
Right.
meal, you know, with the corn on the cob.
Yeah. And then you got fresh fruit here, I see, and
Yep, that way they can just open the refrigerator. I'll have this sliced up in bags for them, and they can grab the fruit out. And it's so much nicer when your children can open the refrigerator and grab fresh fruit instead of grab the cookies or the crackers in there.
Definitely. I love this. I think this is a great idea. I think it's going to help a lot of families and
you.
and our tourists who want to actually enjoy our beaches. So this is great. Now, what is your contact information if someone would like to see? I think you have a website.
I
and
have
then
a
phone
website.
number.
It's the Dinner Belle, dinnerbelleamy.com. So it's all one word, DINNERBELLEAMIE.com.
Okay.
And then I'm on Facebook.
Okay,
Just
great.
the Dinner Belle. And I take brochures around, and usually you can find those in all the real estate offices at every island.
Okay. And do you have a phone number?
My cell phone number is 910-200-5703.
Great. Well, thank you so much. This smells delicious, and then
Thank
this is
you.
just one of your examples. So I'm sure there's tons of different things you can do, and it all just looks so delicious. So thanks for your interview, and good luck with everything.
Thank you. If you can think it, I can make it, that's for sure.
That's a good way to go. I'm here with Corinne Malgi, owner of Mama's at the Bridge Grille, a pretty new restaurant here in Sunset Beach. And we're excited. I'm sure our viewers might recognize you because you've been on our show before.
Yes.
Actually, my very first episode that I've done, you were on that for Mama Bravas.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you've recently come to Sunset Beach with this restaurant, so it's pretty exciting. I'm sure you're super busy, though. But can you tell us a little bit about why Sunset Beach? Why did you bring the restaurant here?
Well, I had a friend of mine that told me it was up for lease. So, and I live right here in Sunset Beach, only a mile down the road. And I always had my eyes on this spot, you know, so it finally happened.
Right.
And plus, I wanted to bring a little bit of Mama Bravas down here because I get a lot of customers from here come up to Mama Bravas.
Okay.
But now they're able to come here more than just once a week like they would at Mama Bravas. So we're here there like at least 2-3 times a week.
Oh, that's
so it
excellent.
works out perfect for me.
Now, how much of Mama Bravas did you bring here?
Right now, so I'm going to try to do a winter menu too. Like now I have a summer menu. So I have the burgers, I have hot dogs, I have the subs for Mama Bravas, I have the salads. I also have our award-winning wings, and we also have our pizzas too.
Okay.
So we have those little items over here right now. We have our buffalo shrimps, a lot of our appetizer items. And then in the winter, I'm going to try to do a winter menu where I can do some pasta dishes down here too. So I can bring some pastas for the locals so they can have lasagna, spaghetti, eggplant, parmesan dinners.
Yeah.
And we also do specials every day, you know, so but I still like to do a little bit more.
Okay, well that's great. So more specifically about your menu, can you tell us a little bit about some specific dishes? And then also with, you know, bringing pizza from Mama Bravas, it was so good and had that homemade pizza.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that here?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I even got a dough machine just for here, so we can make our own dough right here on the premises. Yeah, so this way we don't have to worry about trying to get dough shipped in or anything like that. You still get the Mama Brava quality, everything. Even with my pizza sauce, I make my pizza sauce right here. You know, so you can have the same sauce. Then for the marinara sauce, like for the eggplant parmesan sub or Brunswick cheesesteak sub, you still get the same homemade marinara, which I make right here on the premises.
Wow.
You know? And then I also, like if you want a gourmet pizza, like the barbecue chicken pizza,
Right.
It's got the wing sauce on it, and then we put the grilled cheese, chicken on it with mozzarella cheese on it. You can get that. You can get our white pizza, gourmet white pizza, or traditional white pizza. And if I have some customers that come from Mama Bravas, they sometimes say, "Cream, I want a calzone." And I say, "Okay, no problem. Make me a calzone. I can make the calzone. It's no problem.
wow.
Stromboli, you know, it's no problem."
Great. So
Because
you guys
it's the
have
same
a
dough,
lot.
same everything. Yeah.
Now you mentioned the wings, and of course I was going to ask about that because I think when we first started, you had just gotten the wing sauce bottled, and it was pretty new. So
Yeah.
I see behind us here that you have the wing sauce and it's bottled. And
Yeah.
can you tell us how that experience was and about the sauce?
Well, actually, yeah, because it was like, see, I have 2 kids, and they always say when you get your sauce bottled for the first time, and you're waiting for it to stop bottling, it's like having a baby. And it really was. That's how exciting it was. Like, okay, all of a sudden the bottles just started coming out down the line, you know.
Right.
And it was really nice because we got the regular sauce bottle and a hotter version too, which is with fresh habaneros in it. You know?
Now that
So we got
recipe
2
is still
different-
secret?
Oh, yes.
Very
Oh, yeah.
secret. Well, I think this is a great location. I think it's a great place because I feel like there's not a lot of restaurants like this around here. Now, you also have a bar that I believe you said you were open till 2 a.m. when we were
Yes.
talking before,
Yes.
which is great because not a lot of places do that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your bar?
Sure. Like at the bar, like we open at 11 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning, and you can still eat if you want until 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Right.
So if you get hungry around 11 o'clock, you can always come over here or call for an order to go. We have certain items we'll have that we can still serve. And
Okay.
once my delivery kicks in, then I'll be open at least until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, even with the kitchen.
Oh, okay. And do you deliver?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We deliver in Calabash, Sunset Beach, even Ocean Isle.
Excellent. Well, that's great for people in those areas because a lot of people, just the typical chain restaurants deliver, but not a lot of local yummy food delivers like that. So that's great.
Thank you.
Now, you also have a very cool thing to your restaurant. I saw you had some darts back there, but you also have putt-putt.
Yes.
Which is wonderful for the beach, for residents or tourists.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your putt-putt?
Sure. We have 18 holes, and when I took it over, it had a lot of work to be done to it. I still have a little bit more work to do to it, but right now it's all 18 holes. It's open, and if you come at night, you can putt-putt at night. You got lights on, so it's like daylight, you know.
Right.
And if anybody has trouble with golf like I do, it's a perfect spot to practice.
There you
know?
go.
So this way I can practice. I can go out with my friends and play golf then.
Excellent. And this feels like a very family-oriented restaurant.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
there's families in here now and children and
Yes.
anyone really. This is a great place for them to be.
Yes.
Now, why do you think this restaurant was such an addition to Brunswick County?
But because, you know, Brunswick County, you got a lot of different restaurants, you know, but mostly becoming like franchise. And I still wanted to keep regular mom and pop restaurants going, you know.
Right.
And with me being in Charlotte, and then I wanted to come down here, and I wanted to bring a little bit of Mama Bravas down here so people can enjoy it over here. So Brunswick County has 2 mom and pop added to
Right.
the county.
That's great. So Mama Bravas will be open, still
yes.
running fully and everything
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Now, can you tell our viewers where you're located here in Sunset Beach?
Yeah, when you come down to Sunset Beach, if you're coming from the Ocean Isle area, you come straight down, and we are right after the new bridge on your right. And if you're coming from Calabash down the backside, then we're to your left. You're right across from Krabby Outwaters.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And like another thing is like at nighttime on Friday and Saturday, we try to do entertainment. We try to have local bands play over here.
Now, will they
too,
play
so.
inside or they play?
Some like to play inside, some like to play outside.
Okay.
You know? So
Great.
So whichever they prefer, I let them do it.
Yeah. And also, I did see when I came in, y'all had a board of specials. Do you
Yes.
have specials daily?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we have specials
Great.
for lunch and specials at nighttime too.
Okay. So you're open every day, 11 a.m. to
2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 7 days a week.
My goodness. So this is definitely open.
At least
all-
through the summer, at least. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We're excited for this business, and you guys are recently opened just 2 months ago. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and there's already a ton of people here today. So it sounds like, it looks like you're doing a great job so far.
Thank you. Thank you for
thank
having me again.
We're here with Jesse McCreary and Callie Stillwell, owners of OIB Surf Java, and I was so excited to come out here because this business is not just like any other business. You almost have 2 businesses in one store. So you guys are pretty new too. So tell us about how you came here and why putting a surf shop with a coffee shop.
Okay. Well, we have lived in the Ocean Isle area for a long time. I have. Callie's been here for about 5 years, and we met working at a surf shop, and we used to daydream about how cool it would be to have a surf shop with a coffee shop. It would give everybody kind of a place to come shop, have a laid-back atmosphere, and be able to enjoy coffee and hang out with their friends.
Right.
So our idea was kind of just to bring community into the surf shop and a place for people to hang out.
Well, that's a great job because I see people in the back are just enjoying themselves back at the coffee shop. I'm sure they're coming up here and looking around too. So can you tell us what's on your coffee menu? What do you guys have that's special here?
Sure. We have all gourmet espresso drinks ranging from lattes, cappuccinos, to blended drinks, frappes, and really good smoothies. So a little bit of everything, just what you could expect going into a full-service coffee shop.
Yeah.
Is what you can expect here.
Okay, now what's your most popular drink or your favorite drinks?
Well, I like the classic, just hazelnut latte. So
Okay.
I like an iced latte, though. We can do any of our drinks hot, iced, or blended. So I like to keep it pretty simple, but with it being so hot over the summer, a lot of people are liking the frappes and the smoothies. So those
Okay.
are really our best sellers.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
lots to choose from.
Absolutely. And for non-coffee drinkers, we
Right.
have Italian sodas, or our smoothies are really good. We can also make frappes with no espresso in them, or we also have lots of drinks for kids, kids' hot chocolates, and things like that.
Great, so it's
that are good for
ranging all
everybody.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about the surf shop. I mean, just looking around, I see sunglasses and watches and shoes and all clothes for women and men. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have chosen to be in the store.
Sure.
Yeah, well, we wanted to do unique brands. We didn't want to do the everyday brand that you see everywhere. So we've really kind of picked through brands and tried to get some smaller brands, some cooler designs, brands that give back to charities, stuff like that. And we've done that through not only clothing but also the sandals, the watches, sunglasses. Everything gives back a little something or has something unique about it.
Okay, very cool. I like that. Now, I mean, just looking at the girls, I could come and replace my whole wardrobe just by looking at this one
Well,
wall.
thank you.
But so what are some of the brand names? I know you said they are unique, and some of the ones that give back to charity. What are some of those names?
Sure. We have Jedediah. We have men's and women's Jedediah. They're a great company. Every season they have a different charity that they give towards. This past season was Nika Water, so they give a portion of our order to Nika Water, which provides healthy drinking water to countries that don't currently have good drinking water. Next season, it's a different organization that will give bicycles to kids in countries where they have transportation issues. So we have women's and men's in that company, and the women's, we carry a lot of Lucy Love, which is a great company. It's really designed by women for women. It's a great look, and everyone seems to really like that one as well. We also have Lost, which is a company that's been around in the surf industry for a long time, and
yeah, they do a lot of cool things. They're definitely full surfers. The guys, the owners, everybody in the company are all surfers. They're crazy. You can see it kind of in their styles. They do a lot of funny shirts, that kind of thing.
Excellent.
We have Weewood watches that are hand-carved wooden watches that also, if you buy a watch, they plant a tree in a U.S. forest. So, and the watches are all are all made from recycled woods from furniture makers. So they're not going out and cutting trees down to make the watches. They're actually using wood that would be thrown away, making the watches, and then planting a tree
That's
to
excellent.
kind of rebuild forests.
So you guys have to do a lot of research to figure out all these great brands to come in here.
Yeah, it was a lot of calling people, going on the internet, looking back and forth, and figuring out kind of what we wanted to do, what we wanted to say with the company.
Cool. Very nice. I like that. Now you also do something special here with your surfboards because you actually make them, or I believe it's sculpt them?
Yeah, well, I shape them.
Shape them, that's right.
Yeah,
okay.
So I hand shape surfboards.
Okay.
So pretty much that means I take it from a big block of foam, and people can come in, talk to me. We collaborate back and forth of what they want in a board, what I think will work good for especially the Ocean Isle, Brunswick County area. And then from there, we come up with a design, and then I shape the surfboard and make it work for here. So
Very neat.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. It helps a lot to have a board made for an area where boards really aren't made for here.
Right.
So like most surfboards are made for California, which the waves are completely different than they are here.
Right.
So it's,
excellent.
yeah, it
So
helps a lot.
someone who is new to surfing or someone experienced can come in and do something like that.
Sure, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I've shaped surfboards for the smallest kid, the biggest beginner guy, or even up to like a guy who's in the professional
Okay,
area.
with a lot of
So,
experience. Okay, great. Well, before we wrap up, can you tell us why you think this surf shop and coffee shop, why it's such an asset to Brunswick County?
Yeah, absolutely. We will be here year-round, both with the coffee and the retail side of our business. And I think that that's a great asset because as someone that has lived here for a long time, I think that that's great to have somewhere where you can shop kind of in the off-season,
As
well.
because things start shutting down.
Sure, and so we'll be here. We're here 7 days a week now, and I'm sure we'll be here 7 days a week in the off season as well. Just providing everybody with all their surf needs and as well as their coffee.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, let's tell our viewers where you're located. I know your hours, are going to change with the off season, which is typical around here. But when are you guys going to be open for August, and where are you located?
All right, well, we're going to be open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., except for Sunday, we're going to open at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're located at the stoplight at Ocean Isle, right next to the Lowe's Food.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. We're
Thank
excited,
you.
and you guys do a great thing just for our community and for our organization, so that's great.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you. We enjoyed it. Thanks for
Thanks.
having us.
Thanks for tuning in to this month's episode of Brunswick Biz, only on ATMC TV Channel 3. I encourage you to visit these businesses and other great businesses in our area. Special thanks to Inlet View, the Dinner Belle, Mama's at the Bridge Grille, and OIB Surf Java. If you have any questions about today's show or would like to see a business on our show, remember it is free. Just give us a call at 755-1770. We hope to see you next month when we connect Brunswick County one business at a time.